Hello students, today we will be going over 1.9 integer story problems. I believe this is page 30 in your packet. Alright, objective, I can solve story problems involving integers, and might I add, make sure your answers are in correct context form, whether it's dollars, cents, pennies, whether it's feet, whether it's yards, miles, something like that, whether it's temperature and degrees, okay? So here's some different things that we have. Elevation, sea level. So if you see something above sea level, we know that's positive, okay? Make sure you write that down. And then if you see below sea level, that's negative, and just sea level would be 0. Ascend is going up, so that's positive. Descend is going down, negative. Dive is going down, negative. Rise is going up, positive. Altitude, ground level is 0. Ascend is going up, positive. Down, same as descend, down is negative. Fall is down, negative. And rise is up, positive. Money, debit, we're going to be subtracting. Deposit, you're adding. If you owe somebody, you're going to be a negative. Withdrawal is a negative, and credit is a positive. Temperature rose is going to be positive. Dropped is negative. Next, we're going to fill in the table below with words that are represented by the symbol. Like, what does this mean? Addition. Yes, write it in. Subtraction. Multiplication. And then division. So go ahead and put those in. Next, we're going to think of other words that you could put addition with. Maybe more. Let's see if I can get this to work properly. So addition, the sum, total, increase, more, and plus. So write all those words in there. So addition, sum, total, more. Okay, what else do we have? Increase. And I don't think I wrote down plus. So make sure you write all these down on your paper. Next, subtraction, right here. Difference. Take away. Decrease. Less. And then minus. This is multiplication. Product. Times. And if you see of, like if you have 50% of 80, we're going to be multiplying 50%, 0.5 times 80. The next one is division. Quotient. Goes into. Maybe divided by. Can you think of any others? Okay, we're going to go ahead and write an equation using integers. Follow integer rules to solve. Write your answers in a sentence. Eric is writing an essay to Mrs. Crabtree's class, or for Mrs. Crabtree's class. The essay must be at least 400 words long. He counted the words in his first draft and found he had 327 words. How many more words does he need to meet the 400-word requirement? Okay, so if we're going to write an equation, he's going to have 327 words plus some number x equals 400. And we should probably define x. So x equals the number of words needed. Okay, so we have this equation. To solve for x, we go subtract 327 here, subtract 327 there. We bring this down, and x equals 4 goes to 3, 9, 10. 10 take away 7 is 3. 9 take away 2 is 7. So x equals 73. And it says to make sure to write your answer in a sentence. So we would say Eric needs to write 73 more words. Okay, so we finished that whole page. Then we can go on to the next page. Okay, should we do the think about it one, or should we do something easier first? We'll do an easier one, then we'll do the harder one, okay? So, the temperature was -8 degrees Fahrenheit at 5 a.m. and rose 26 degrees Fahrenheit by 10 a.m. What was the temperature at 10 a.m.? So, was -8 and then rose 26. And we're going to go ahead and ask yourself, is that a battle or a party? If they're different signs and we're adding, then it's subtract. So we say 26 subtract 8. And the answer is 16. What was the temperature? 16 degrees Fahrenheit. So make sure you're showing work when you're doing these problems. Okay? So let's go ahead and do 5 down here. Sarah and Lisa are playing a game in which points can be gained or lost. The player with the most points at the end of the game wins. And then Sarah goes through some wins and some points and losses and loses some. And then Lisa gains some and loses. So let's start with Sarah first. Okay. Sarah gains 6 points, loses 3, loses 5, and then gains 2. Okay, so we can change this to plus and negative, this to plus and negative. So we have these two are the same, -3 and -5, and these two are the same. So 6 plus 2 is 8, and this plus -3 and -5 is -8. So Sarah ends up with 0. Do we think that Lisa might win? Lisa loses 4 points, gains 1, gains 7, and then loses 5. Okay. Who wins the game and by how much? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add all of these together. -1 and -5. And see how I did this two different ways? You can list them like this or list them like that. But either way, I'm going to put -4 and -5 together because they're going to party because it's the same sign. So I'm going to put -9 over here. Then I'm going to put 1 and 7 together. They're all positive and they're going to party. So they get +8. So next I go -9 plus 8. And what do we get? Remember, it's going to be a battle because they're opposite signs. So, and the 9 wins the battle because they have more negative men or women or whatever. Okay, so Lisa ends up with -1. Sarah ends up with 0. So who wins? This one's bigger. So we write Sarah, and this is weird for me to write sideways, wins by how many? 1 point. Okay, my handwriting isn't that great, but make sure you write a full sentence. And there you go. Okay, students, you can finish the rest and get ready for the test. You rock.